Hey guys, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Hey Eric, how's it going? Thanks for joining today. Jonah, what's up? Derek, what's up? Awesome. Using a new setup today. How's the sound? Is it breaking up or is it okay? Because last time we had some audio issues. Hopefully that's fixed this time. Are you guys hearing me okay? It's good for you. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Let me quickly send out the link to everyone. In the groups. Okay, so today we're going to go over the Navigator, so we can answer questions. I'm going to try to answer any questions you guys have about the Navigator, etc. Let me see if I can open the chat, perhaps on my phone, so I can look at all the questions as they come in. Sweet. So one of my trades just hit TP. Awesome. I took a buy off this extension. Okay, here's a question from Eric. Is there a way Navigator to add your account size? Yeah, if you have your indicator open, just click on the gear icon. It'll open up the settings, and in here you can put in your account size. Personally, I don't use it just because I don't use strategy mode. I just only use X mode. So if you're using strategy mode, this is where you put in your account size. Yeah, so just click apply and then that's done. It might not reflect on the BFT panel right away. So what you can do is just switch from one chart to the next, so the algorithm can recalculate, and then your BFT panel should update as well. .480p. I don't think I'm on 480p. Looks fine on my screen. Let me see. Let's try to figure this out. Maybe it's your connection that's slow, because it is live, so it might be a little blurry on the live stream. So depending on your connection, it might change it. Quality 480p. Yeah, it looks like 480p is the biggest one. I'm not sure why. It doesn't give me bigger option. It looks like 480p is the biggest one. Looks like that didn't fix it either. We'll just use this for now, and I can look into it later. Okay, so can we discuss entry points? Yeah, we can discuss entry points. Before we do that, does anybody have any questions about the Navigator? I started using it this week as well, or for the last few days I'm just using the Navigator. So I pretty much switched over completely from TradingView. And yeah, I gotta say, this thing is pretty sweet. You know, it's nowhere near it was a few, like last week when we launched it. Right now it's very smooth. So if you've been thinking of making a switch, you know, it's pretty solid now. Definitely recommend it. My setup here, I have two watch lists. So I have one extensions and one level bounce. So you know, the bounce is either off support or resistance. So I got two watch lists that I work with. Today I took a extension buy on extension 1 CHF TPY. It just hit TP, and then on the left I'm still waiting on my GBP USD extension buy into this level. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, yeah, looks like you can. Yeah, X mode, that's where, you know, that's the engine behind strategy mode. So, you know, if you want to trade, you know, if you want to be more than just a strategy trader, you know, X mode is the way to go. But then you kind of have to know what you're doing. If you watch the previous webinars, I kind of go through X mode quite a bit if you have questions about it. I'm not going to go through too much today. Looks like GBP USD is turning around as well. Looks like he's trying to create a higher low here to go up. So hopefully we can see that happen too. Then that would be a good trade. Let me quickly look GBP JPY. This is the trade I want to take as well on the support. So if I see a little more price action above the support, I'm probably going to take a buy on GBP JPY. We are in an uptrend, so right now hit a good support. So this would be a good entry level if I can find a confirmation to enter. GBP JPY looks good. Yeah, so that's one of the pairs I'm watching right now in terms of support. And in the Navigator, when you guys set up your watch list, so right now I have a blue watch list and a red watch list. My red one is for my extensions, and my blue one is for my level bounces. And you can see the chart on the left, it has a blue icon. So this watch list on the right is connected to my chart on the left. So when I switch a pair in my watch list, it'll change it on the left chart as well. The same thing with this one on the red watch list. When I change it in here, it'll change it on my red watch list chart. That's a pretty neat feature. That really kind of makes things easier. But let me go back to GJ and then switch this to, I guess this one can stay on GBP. So I'm going to delete this one because I'm done with it. If you guys want to delete something from your watch list, there's these 3 dots. If you hover over that, it'll give you an X, and then you can remove the symbol from your watch list. If you guys can't see the indicator on your chart, if you're having issues adding the indicator, you can go to this icon here, indicator icon, click on it, and then you can add your indicator. If you don't have this, then you either haven't bought a subscription or there's something wrong in your account, meaning you signed up with the wrong email or something. If that's the case, just click on this, click on support, and then you can chat with support to get that fixed for you. Okay, any questions about the platform, guys? If yes, let me know. Love to answer any questions you guys have about the platform. Yeah, it would be awesome to get a nice bullish close above the support to go long. What does S and R mean? So the S stands for support. So this over here, this is our support. This is our resistance for the R, and then the N, that's our natural neutral level. So you always have the resistance on the top, and then you have the support at the bottom, and in the middle you're gonna have your neutral level. The neutral level, that's the level that can be bought or sold. You know, it's neutral. So depending if price is on top of it or below it, you know, that gives you a good indication of where to go. For example, if price moves above this, retests this, you know, then you can go long into the resistance. If price starts trading below it, then you can go short into support. For me personally, I don't trade the neutral levels too much just because the risk reward isn't always the greatest. I like to take buys off support or sells off resistance. Those are going to give you the best risk reward ratio trades, and that's really what matters if you want to be consistent. But it's still this level is still important. You know, I still take, you know, a lot of times this is my TP, my TP1 or my TP2, depending on the trade. I do take some trades off of this as well, but that's usually on the lower time frames. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. Perfect. And then the 75% alignment, that means that there's three columns filled, so we can see R's, 3 R's. That means that 75% alignment. If you have a level where you have all rows filled, like over here on GBPUSD, that's 100% alignment. Again, those are going to be your higher confluence levels. Again, I only primarily just focus on those. Those are going to be your best levels to trade, the ones with 75% alignment or 100% alignment. Hey Andreas from Denmark, how's it going? Feedback on USD. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's sitting on support. Kind of depends how this kind of closes, to be honest. So it is sitting on support. It depends how this kind of closes. So, you know, if we get a nice close on support, we're going to go back into this neutral level. And that's going to give you guys an opportunity either to close a break even, or if you want, you can stay in the trade just because it's still a neutral level. So it could still break above it and then hit your TPs. But I mean, we're still bullish. So again, we are on support. So technically it's still a valid trade. Let me check the 1 hour. Yeah, so right now we're bouncing off the support, which is good. Means we should technically go back up into the next level. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're going to retest this level for sure. Me personally, I'll probably close it at break even when it comes to this level. And then you can always re-enter once price moves back above this level, then you can set up your buy limits again. So I would just move my stop to break even for now. That's just my personal opinion. Because this level already hit. So we've traded this guy. So this was the first entry here. This one hit TP1. This one hit TP1. Oh no, so is this TP1 or this TP1? Not sure. Let's check. I don't have strategy mode enabled. Yeah, so it looks like we hit it once or twice. We've hit this level, but it's still valid. Like this is still a valid trade. You can see we hit. We did hit support on the 4 hour. I would just move to break even and re-enter once price is above that level on the daily. Is there any way we can use the short long position box tool on Navigator which Ask are used on TradingView? Which position box tool do you mean, Derek? Because we have this where you put in your parameters, your account size, etc. And then this is your Breakfree Trading panel, which tells you the lot size and everything like that, the position size. Joe, how often do the trades appear on strategy mode, daily charts? When is a good time to check for those? You can check those once a day. They're not going to change that much. So you can probably go through it once a week, set up your trades, check on them once a day. It really depends on the market, but usually they're going to be there for a week because you are swing trading on the daily. Can we just rely on the signals of the Breakfree Trading indicator? We need to wait for any confirmation before enter the trade. I wonder what is the accuracy ratio of the signals. The biggest thing you need to look for is if it's a repeated trade or not. If it's a repeated trade, let's say it's going for the second or third time, the same trade, then it's better to stay out, especially if you didn't profit on the first one, because then they're more likely to break. So if you didn't profit on the first one, if you didn't profit on the second one, don't jump into the third repeated trade. You know, the EUR/USD is a little hard to show right now, but maybe we can find a different one. Yeah, so the big thing to look out for is if it's a repeated trade. If it's a repeated trade, then it's better just to stay out. If not, then you can go in. That's the biggest thing. It doesn't support smaller time frames. The strategy mode is built for the daily. We used to have it on the 4-hour, but people just weren't able to use it properly because it's more of a day trading strategy then, and people are just not ready for that, especially when they're starting out. So we disabled that, and we only use it on the daily. If you want to learn how to trade the 4-hour or the 1-hour or the 15-minute, then you can learn how to use X mode. X mode is the underlying engine on strategy mode. Do you need to place the trades yourself, or does the program do it for you? So this is just the algo. With Breakfree Trading, we wanna create traders. So if we automate the whole thing and it executes trades for you, then you're not gonna really learn a skill. So we give you the trade opportunities, we give you the levels, we give you the education, and then you can take that and put it into your trading platform. So you take the entries, the TPs, whatever it gives you, and then you put that into your trading platform. Can you show us an example on how to trade one? Yeah, let's see. Let me enable strategy mode. Let me get rid of this so you have more space. So this one right now, we can see there's no trade zone, so there's nothing to do here. So we're just going to go to the next, EUR/CHF. No trade zone here. We'll go to the next. Nothing here. EUR/USD. We have a long entry here. So once price goes back above this green box, if price is trading above it, then we can set up our buy limits here. And again, this is being, you can learn this in week 2. So if you sign up for the free trial, Asgo goes through this in detail. You set up your buy limits, and then you wait for the buy limits to get triggered. You can pull your entries from here, the prices, your targets are down here as well, and your stop loss. Once you're in the position, you wait for it to go to TP. And then on TP, you will close 2 positions, and then you leave one running to TP2 and have it at break even. Let's go, maybe we can find another example. One that, yeah, so this is a good example. So this is GBP JPY. This is our long entry. So what you would do, you would go into your Breakfree Trading panel and you look for the entries. So first what you have to do is put in your account size so you can get the proper position. So let's say you're trading with 10,000, apply. Quickly gonna switch chart back and forth so the panel updates. So now it gives you your position size. So split is 0.03. So if you're entering with 3 positions, which I believe, because this one is on 2 positions, so let me put it to 3. I'm gonna enter with 3 splits. So let it update quickly. So every position is going to be 0.02. This is going to be your entry level, so it gives you your entries here. You just click to copy, put it in your trading platform. Same with the targets and your stop loss as well. And you enter with buy limits. So when price comes down, it'll trigger your entries, and then go to TP. From there, it might bounce around a little bit, and then go to TP2, or it might go back to entry and then give you another entry. You can take these trades multiple times. But if it's the third time going into this entry, there's a higher chance it'll break. So if you didn't profit on the first or second one, don't take the third one. That's the biggest rule of thumb to note. So yeah, so this is a good example on GBP JPY right now. What is your rating on Euro USD? I went through that just a few seconds ago. You must have just joined. But yeah, it's sitting on support. So me personally, I would just close it at break even. So move your TP to entry, and then close it. Sorry, it depends how this daily candle closed. So this daily candle hasn't closed, but if it closes above this level, then you can leave it. Personally, I would move my TP to break even, and then I would re-enter once I see price is back above my level. So once price is back above my long entry here, I can put my limits back and then take it up, because there's a chance now it'll come back, retest it, and then drop further. That's one of the risks. We don't know because this candle hasn't closed. We're gonna have to wait for some more price action to determine that. But if you're already in the trade, like I said, it's bouncing off support. Looks like the SPX is also going up, so we could still hit TP1 on this trade pretty easily if the SPX, if the SPY SP 500 keeps pumping. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. If you're still on TradingView, highly recommend you guys switch over to Navigator. It's pretty smooth. It's a very good platform, and the algorithm, you're gonna have the most up-to-date algorithm on Navigator. On TradingView, it's still the old one. Let's check out my extension trade quickly. See how it's going. Sweet, looks like it's still going hard. This week was kind of slow. Didn't take a lot of trades this week just because it was consolidating. And then this drop here, I missed it. I was sleeping when this drop happened. So didn't take a lot of trades throughout the week. Let me enable X mode again. There you go. Yeah, so right now I'm taking this extension trade from this level back to the previous one. Hopefully the candle closes strong bullish. Then we can probably see some price action moving up. If it reaches TP, can it sell back to the long entry point? That depends on the price action. I would just follow the algorithm. Just based on question, I assume that you don't have that much experience trading Breakfree, so maybe go through week 2 training, watch all the videos. That should answer your question. But simply speaking, you would wait for it to come back into the entry, into the green box, and then you can buy it there again. Unless you're day trading and you know how to trade it, then you can. But if you're just starting out, I'd recommend just stick with the algorithm. Best way to use Navigator on mobile. Well, you just open it up and then you basically select the layout for the phone. So that's going to be the best layout for the phone. I don't use it on my phone, so I can't tell you too much. I don't know. There's also some bugs being fixed on the 4 iPhones, and I have an iPhone, so I haven't been using the mobile version at all. But I know the Android version is working quite well. So just click on the Navigator layout phone, and that's going to give you the best settings. GN. GN Store Nord? What is that? I never heard. Is that a stock? I don't see it in here. Are you trading that on TradingView? Okay. Personally, I'd probably buy this one. So when it reaches support, I'd give it a buy. I wouldn't, you could sell this level here, but it might break. So once it goes back up, it might break it. It's this because it's almost a full neutral level. So it might break and go to this next resistance. So if you get a confirmation, like if you get a rejection on it, then you know it's fine to sell it. But given it's making higher highs, higher lows, probably going to be better off buying it. Unless you got a good entry. But right now I wouldn't sell it. I would wait a bit. Just wait if it comes into, see whatever comes first, if it comes into your support or your resistance up here, whichever comes first. And then just wait for a confirmation. Are the alarms working on Navigator? I believe they're not working right now on the Navigator. And I'm not sure how many people want it. I don't think it's that important personally. The way the team develops features is based on priority. So how important the feature is. How much drawdown is experienced in strategy mode on a daily chart, and monthly profit percentage. Monthly profit I can't really tell you because it's going to depend on the trader. Some make more, some make less, depending on your experience. And I don't want to give you any guaranteed returns here on the call. I would say just test it out for a week, see how you like it. It's a free trial. You can do it on demo. You're not going to lose anything. And in terms of drawdown, I think the average has been 10 to 20%. It depends. Again, how overexposed you are. If you overexposed, you're gonna have a bigger drawdown. If you stay lean, then you're gonna have a smaller drawdown. But anything really, for swing trading, anything up to 20% is fine. If you go over 20%, that's kind of where it's getting a little too much. As long as you're staying below 10%, that's good. That's fine. Does the overexposure thumb rule apply to smaller time frame trades? Well, if you're trading the smaller time frames, that's really up to you how you want to trade them. You still, of course, want to be aware of overexposing yourself. But if you're trading the daily time frame, if you're trading the smaller time frames, you really only need like one trade open at a time. If you're trading the 1 hour, 4 hour, I usually have 1 to 3 trades open at a time, and can't really overexpose like that. As long as the lot sizes aren't too big. So as long as I'm staying within my 1% risk per trade, that's what I do for myself. Then I'm good. If you're swing trading, that's where you want to be a little more careful, especially when you're following an algorithm like this. Don't just take everything it gives you. Like you got to use some common sense and make sure that because if all currencies get hit, because money flows from, let's say, from the stock market into currencies, so from the currencies into the stock market, a lot of the currencies are going to get hit. So if you're overexposed on too many currencies that are moving the same way, then that's going to be an issue. So just focus on a few pairs, just focus on a few trades a week, and then you're going to be fine. No problem, Derek. It's market is about to close, so maybe I'll close my GBP buy, just so I don't have to pay swap fees. It's moving kind of slow anyway. Okay, guys, do you have any last questions for me? We're going to be hopping off here in 15 minutes. If you guys have any other questions about the new platform, let me know. We did also announce we're going to be, the algorithm is going to be taken off TradingView. And if you still want X mode access to trade X mode, then you can let us know. Or if you're trading a specific market that isn't available on the Navigator yet, you can also let us know. Just ask in the chat. Yeah, because we want people to move over to Navigator now. It's pretty solid. So, but if you're trading X mode on a market that is not available on the Navigator yet, then you can still get access to the algorithm on Navigator. Oh, sorry, on TradingView. Okay. Let's look at GJ2. Yeah, this one looks good. Let's see how this kind of closes. Yeah, X mode is super accurate. It's pretty crazy. It's just a matter of learning how to use it. And especially the extensions, I think they're pretty accurate too. I don't think you'll get this anywhere else, to be honest. I've been trading for almost 5 years and never seen something this detailed. This was a nice extension trade, but I didn't take it. Look at the wick, this extension over here, and then I went to the previous level. It's pretty good. I did close my GBP USD just because market is about to close, and I'm day trading, so I was in profit, so I just closed it. No need to hold it into the next day. had some good trades today anyway. So okay, guys, do you have any last questions before we hop off here? Might see something like that and use the cat. We'll see. Either or. We'll see how it goes. Okay, looks like there's no other questions. Then I'm gonna hop off here, and then I'll see you guys next week. Next week might try again Zoom. I think the quality in Zoom was better, so then we'll just re-upload the replays all the time. But I think Zoom was working a bit better. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.